Today we're reviewing The City of Kings. I'm Mark Maya. Welcome to BoardGame Coffee. The City of Kings was designed, written, and art directed by the one, the only, Frank West. No, for real, it's just one guy. I know. Yeah. The City of Kings is a 4-player cooperative adventure, where you complete story objectives and side quests to defend the land from the evil forces of Vesh. The City of Kings is what you get when you take a video game RPG and convert it into a tabletop experience. Sold. Although you'll quickly come to appreciate just how well video games handle all your stat tracking automatically, without the fear of bumping your table and erasing your progress. Was my health at 5 or 6? Oh. If you got the Kickstarter, you might have picked up one of these babies. Perfect for holding all your stat cubes in place. Pretty sweet and a definite must. Ha! Alright, I'm just going to come out and say it. The City of Kings setup is a bit of a pain in the ass. There are so many fiddly bits, which means quite a bit of time to set up and then take it down to put the game away. But in return, you do get a lot of gameplay for your efforts, so it's not for nothing. But I'd be lying if I said it didn't matter. There's been times where I've passed on the City of Kings because I didn't want to take all the time to set it up and then cram it all back in the box when I was done. I just didn't want to do it. Here, let me put that statement into perspective for you. Marvel Legendary is one of my all-time favorite games, and it is a pain in the ass to set up and put away. But I still do it. And why? Because sometimes the lemon is worth the squeeze. And to be fair, once you set City of Kings up for one story, it's not much effort to set it up for the next. So if you plan on playing through the entire campaign and you have the space, I would recommend just leaving it out. Once I got the City of Kings out on the table and all set up, it gets a little cluttered with 4 players and their giant character sheets, so table space is at a premium. Not all room for snacks. Once you got City of Kings out on the table, one thing you can't help but notice is the beautiful use of color, which is pretty neat considering how dark and dismal the story is. And as fiddly as all those little bits may be, I really love the character sheets and how they're used to build up your hero. It fills my inner video gamer needs to fill status bars. And I love that I can see my characters improving with every experience point I earn. It does a great job of conveying the sense of character growth. When it comes to the debate about miniatures versus standees, I'm pretty indifferent. Although I'll admit, I would have preferred creature standees over these rectangular banners. This just in, the second run of City of Kings on Kickstarter will feature beautifully sculpted miniatures for all our heroes. Back to you, Mark. Alright, I'm going to lay it on you straight. The City of Kings is hard. Not hard to learn necessarily, although there are a lot of rules. It's challenging. Now, I love a good challenge, I do. And there's this twisted part of me that likes losing. And it's that twisted part that keeps me coming back. Because there is no way I'm going to let this randomly generated piece of cardboard get the better of me.
I didn't mean it, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
As much as I like a good challenge, the randomness of City of Kings can generate some formidable creatures, which is fine. But it can also generate some unbeatable and disheartening situations. As a game designer myself, video game, not board game, I can appreciate the unexpected nature of randomly generated situations and the variety of experiences that it produces. And that's the part I loved about this game and the reason I wanted to play it in the first place. I like the way the board is made up of shuffled tiles, and the randomly generated creatures are fun, in a self-deprecating and sadistic sort of way. But where there's randomness, there is inevitably an unfortunate chain of events that leads to your destruction. And you can find yourself in a situation where you can see your loss coming, but can't do anything about it. Although, there's something to be said for the fact that I came back. And conquered. Bow before me. I get the impression that the City of Kings was designed to make you fail, learn, and come back better equipped with your newfound knowledge. I found myself failing a mission about 2 to 3 times before I learned enough to come back and actually complete it. So if you play the City of Kings, try your best to win. But go in knowing you're probably going to lose. But you'll come back all charged up and ready for a rematch, rather than feeling all deflated from the defeat. So in short, great challenge for those looking for an adventure to keep them on their toes. But the randomness can be a downer from time to time. My favorite part about the City of Kings is the earning XP and customizing my hero however I want. Healer? No problem. Tank? I got this. Striker? You got it. And any game where you can buy armor to get stat boosts? Oh baby, I am so in! And I like all the discussions that happen between players deciding what we need to do. Who should I be? How can I better help the team? Because the City of Kings isn't a one-man show, unless you're Frank West. And if you don't work together, you're gonna fail. One of my bigger gripes with the game, which I have since come to terms with, revolves around one of my favorite parts of the game, character creation. Because you might build your character to function one way, get halfway through the mission, and realize that you've developed your character in the wrong direction. And it's too late to respec them to play differently. Sure, you can respec your skill tree once, but that's not always going to help. And diversity in the team isn't always the best option. I found myself in many situations where it was better to have a lot of heavy hitters and no healers at all. And then other situations where I should have been putting points into my workers and not my heroes. But I guess that's all part of the lose and learn stuff I talked about earlier. And before I move on to my final thoughts, I'd like to give one last shout out to Frank West for the sheer amount of work he put into this project. Writing, designing, and art direction. Holy crap! Quest accomplished, my good man. Here's some XP and wooden fish for your efforts. The City of Kings is great for players looking for a challenging adventure that doesn't pull any punches. It might actually sneak a few in there when you're not looking. Unfortunately, the randomness can rain a cloud on your play sessions from time to time. But it's also responsible for the more tense and glorious moments in the game. Because it feels good to survive and defeat that impossible challenge that has been beating you into the ground for the last 4 to 6 hours. So if you're looking for something light to play with the family, I'd pass on this one. But if you're looking for a good challenging adventure for you and your friends and you don't mind fiddly bits, and you can forgive the odd randomly generated balance issues that turn up, then give City of Kings a try. And remember, you're going to lose, so learn to accept it and enjoy the journey. If you like this review and you want to see more like it or other videos that we do, subscribe here. Being a new channel, any subscriber we get is a great help. If you want to watch more videos right now, click this link here. I'm Mark Maya, this is BoardGame Coffee. And remember, have fun, keep gaming, be social. Thanks for joining us.